TIL that mapmakers use to plant fictitious streets in their maps, so that if a person copied their map, they could point out the replication of the fake street to prove copyright infringement. I wonder if this is the same reason some maps, including Google, make use of made-up neighborhood names. I make maps for a living, and we still have tricks similar to this, not necessarily for copyright infringement, but we do hide things like versioning numbers in plain sight. That way if someone comes to us with a map that is incorrect, we can look at it and say, well, this version was still a test, it was not meant for the public yet. Mind telling me where you got this because you weren't supposed to? And yes, we do sometimes hide Easter eggs in them too, just for fun. The last map I made has a hidden Bigfoot in it. Throwaway account because I don't want to get in trouble at work, lol. Many years ago, long before the internet, you'd need a paper map to get anywhere, and these maps could very quickly become outdated. Anywho, I was a young lad, on a car trip with the family. I forget where we were going or what city we were in, but the important thing is that we were supposed to follow the street and then turn right on another one. When we got to where we were supposed to turn and no street, we had the map, we pulled into a parking lot and easily found another way around, but it was strange. At the time we assumed the map had been pre-updated with a street that was intended to be built but had not yet started construction, but now I wonder if we were trolled by such a copyright trap. Paper towns. Ubiquitous mapmen video, https://youtube.b/deityfy. They still do. For instance, on Google Maps, there's a fake town called Argleton, and a fake state in the US called Wyoming. See Doctor Who S9E10 Face the Raven for more details. I'd just leave out New Zealand. They're called trap streets or paper streets, https://en. Wikipedia.org/wiki/paper_street. Fun fact, in Chuck Palahniuk's Fight Club, the protagonist lives in a house on Paper Street, implying that it does not actually exist. Same with dictionaries and fake words planted to call out copycats. https://www. Chicago Tribune. com/news/ctxpm 2005-09-21-0509200275 story, HTML. However, even correct use of real words will get you banned on Reddit. I just got banned from r/tol for using the word yoza, https://www.silive. com/food/2020/08/Southwestern Anne Cold Brew Yoza Adobe Blues reopens Tuesday. HTML. Admiral Akbar Lane. I thinking there is a town in the USA which was created this way. Cartographer here. I used to be in the paper map industry before Google killed it. Copying made-up streets is not considered copyright infringement in the US after a court case, Franklin v. American Map. Map data is considered encyclopedic data like a dictionary or a phone book. You can copy the data all you want but not the style. My boss still insisted on putting in fake stuff, and you can probably still find some street atlases with DS9 characters as subdivisions. I thought I was so clever. So there is no Sesame Street. My aunt was one of the editors of the Random House Unabridged Dictionary. One word in the dictionary is a made-up word using the first letters of each of the names of her children, nieces, and nephews. It is there for that very reason, and it is not the only fake word in that dictionary. They put in a whole fake island country called New Zealand. In the US at least, these traps don't usually carry that much legal weight since you can't copyright facts themselves, even false facts purported to be truths. If the artistic elements of the maps are the same, or sufficiently similar, then copyright can apply, but having the same fake street with the same shape/length/location isn't sufficient. A cartographer can't reproduce the maps, can't trace the maps, but can use the original maps as a reference to identify streets and their locations for inclusion into their own maps. I'm pretty sure I just found one of these near my mom's house in rural Ontario last week. I saw a dead-end street on Google Maps that I didn't recognize, and it was very surprising to me, because I grew up out there and know the area intimately. So next time I was driving through the area, I stopped to check the map, and sure enough, the street is actually a farmer's field without even a tractor trail lining up with it. And it's been a farmer's field since before Google existed. But did you know that Aglow, New York, https://www.npr.org/2015/07/29/427464639/ with Paper Towns author John Green reopens search for Aglow NY, started as a paper town but then it really existed for a while and now it's gone again. The term is called paper towns, which is the basis for the book with the same name by John Green. It is still a thing. The London A to Z has about 100. Used to? They still do. B. But I live at 123 Fake Street. Aren't they paper towns or something like that? John Green has a cool TED Talk about this while promoting his new, at the time, book Paper Towns. Blunt RD, is fictitious now. Trap streets. Yup, called trap streets, thank you Doctor Who. I've also heard of this being done with towns on bigger maps called paper towns. Since the 1991 Feist decision, there's been no point to copyright traps in the US. Facts, even false facts, simply cannot be the subject of copyright. A huge number of what laymen think are copyright traps are simply mistakes or paper streets that were dedicated but never built. The folded paper map market never rewarded accuracy, only the quality of your sales force. Source: I'm a cartographer. I've always thought this would be easy to defeat. Just use the union of multiple maps. Reminds me of a story where some company added a fake town on the map, and later a different company used their maps to make their own. When the first company sued the second, they were able to shoot down the lawsuit, because in the time between both maps being released, a general store named after the fake town was built at the location. Like East Sweden, just everybody copied the map that made up the name Finland. Amazingly, the book Paper Towns was written based on this same phenomenon, but with cities. The fictitious town in the book was actually founded as a real town, called Aglow, New York. https://en. Wikipedia, org/wiki/aglow /new/York, https://en. Wikipedia, org/wiki/aglow_new_York. Think I read once that this happened in software. One company stole from the other. The original author of the software pointed out a hidden Easter egg in the code to prove it was theirs. They still do. I heard a story where a once fake spot on a popular brand of map ended up becoming settled under the fake name originally on the map, Aglow in New York it seems like. We have a fictional road drawn on private family farm property, even though there's clearly no road on satellite pics. Been fighting it for years. Ah yes, Pipi Pupu Ave. Mapman. Mapman. Map. 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 Men. Men. Das why I include reposts hidden in my posts. Can't steal why I already stole. Big brain time. Some map company sued another map company for copyright infringement for this exact reason, but the defendant map company's argument was, no, it's definitely a real place. Turns out the initial map's fake name had inspired the name of a very real bar at that location, so it became a real place. There are also fake towns called paper towns. CoStar, a multi-billion-dollar company and one of the top commercial real estate research providers in the world, still does this. They recently forced one of their competitors into bankruptcy due to them scraping some minor market research data which they used as a trap to prove its source. A similar occurrence happened with Lieutenant Columbo's first name. Whilst the series never gave him one, a trivia book of 70s television claimed it was Philip, to protect against plagiarism. The writer later found a board game using Columbo's first name as a question, and tried to sue. The creators of the game stated that they had simply read a trivia book for research, and the court ruled in their favor. His name's totally Frank, by the way. Mapman.